Alright, we're here, but we forgot to unhide the plane. So, okay. So now, for the animation part. So we have 100 frames. So we're gonna use them to animate. So we just pull our camera right here. And for 10 frames, that camera pressing N is going to set the auto key mode on. That camera should go right about there. So let's see that. Oops, I'm sorry. We are in step mode. So we go to select our camera, actually select everything, and go to Graph Editor, Curve Editor, and select the keyframes and set them to custom. Sorry about that. And now we have our fast moving camera right here. And for the rest of the animation of the camera, we go to frame 80, press N again, and zoom out a little bit more, like that. And now we have that nice contrast between slow and fast movement, but the movement of the camera is not that nice. So we're going to go to Graph Editor, Curve Editor, and we're going to select that one and actually select all the keys and set them to auto and see what we've got here. Alright, so this I like much better. So the movement of the camera from frame 10 to frame 80 is too fast, so I'm going to put it to 200. Alright, so we'll go back to frame 100 and let's see that again. Alright, I think that's good for 70 frames or 90 frames. Alright, okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now what we need to do is we have to animate our letters. So let's see what we've got so far. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video right now and return when the render is done. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good right now. So one thing I want to fix is that light coming out there. So for that purpose we have to select our plane and just expand those vertices out a little bit like that, and just scale that up a little bit and move that light over there. So we test that out right now real quick. So if you don't want to render the whole thing, we just go to region and set that so we can see where the shadow goes right there. So we click render, and now it should be a little bit better, I think. Yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. Alright, so we just have to fix some things just to achieve that eye candy look that we're going for. So we just pull that up a bit and make our plane a little bit more reflective. 0.5, let's say, and render again. So we have those reflections going on from the HDRI map we put. So you know, it's a designer thing. I mean, if you want to make it a different way, I encourage you to do it, but for the sake of not being extremely long tutorial, we're not going to focus on those reflections right now. So we just want to have the letters to reflect off of the surface back there. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good right now. Alright, so you just click cancel and go to material editor again and select our AGRI map and render multiplier set to 1 and just lower the resolution so we can render it faster. Actually, we just want to go to low. I don't know why we were on medium. I just thought it was low, so sorry about that. And alright, I think we have a pretty decent result going on right there. So we see that light here, so we just hit cancel and go to perspective view, select the light and click on invisible. Alright, let's click on invisible, so we just click affect specular reflection and just affect the diffuse channel. So we render that again and see that light streak that was here is gone, and hopefully that white dot right here is gone as well. Alright, so now we have our camera set, our lighting set, and the thing we need to do right now is to make one last adjustment and make another light. So we go to lights, standard, target spot, and make a spotlight like this right here, and just name that backdrop. Alright, select the light, go to modify panel, go to exclude, and exclude the backdrop from illumination and shadow casting. Click OK. Alright, so now we just select a brighter color here and go to the hotspot beam and just resize that and move the light a little bit on an angle so we can see the light effect happening there. So render it again. Yeah, now we can see that we have some nice reflections going on in the back, or maybe the light is too strong, so we'll have to turn that multiplier down a bit, render again. And I'm going to pause the video right now and return when the render is ready to start animating the letters. Alright, so now we have our lighting set finally. So we just go and see what we've got in the camera. Alright, so now we just have to select or make our group again, because we ungrouped it. Group it again, go to the effect pivot only, go to front and reset pivot right here, and now we just want to rotate that. Put the snap toggle on by pressing A on your keyboard and just rotate it by 40 degrees, and now those letters are going to rotate by themselves, and we're going to set them to 40 degrees angle. And when the camera is moving, actually we want to make the camera go a little bit in here, and those letters should rotate in frame 30. They all should be right where we left them, right here, and that Envato logo should go right here a little bit. Alright, so let's see what we've got. It's happening a little bit too fast, so we just go to put them to 30, 35. Alright, let's see that. Alright, so we create that illusion that the letters are moving, were moving before the camera started moving, and then whoop, there they are. Or you just, if you want, you can go here and I don't know, maybe rotate them here, or like randomize the rotation a little bit, like that, so we have that nice random look to it. And we just want to unzoom a little bit so we're not in the letter itself. And if you want, the movement of the letters and the Envato logo should actually start by frame 10. So when we start moving, they're already moving. Alright? So we have that nice fall off effect. So we go to the graph editor, curve editor, and set the tangents to smooth or auto. Alright, so we just select the letters here and put those keys right here. Sorry. And now I think we're pretty much done with it. Or actually, the plus sign I don't like. So we can go and select the plus sign, rotate it like that. So, oops, go to frame 0. And I think we're looking pretty good right now. So we go and do a test render on that close-up scene, close-up frame right here. And I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to return to make all our final adjustments to the renderer, and off to Stefan. See you in a bit. Alright, now we have our final render here. We have all the reflections, the lighting is good, and now we have to just set our parameters of the lights and materials so we don't have that noise going on. Just select that light here, or first of all save, and just select our light, go down and subdivision set to 20. Select that V-Ray light here and set the subdivisions to 20. Right click, V-Ray properties, and just click on the diffuse subdivisions and make it 1500, and do that here and here and here. Alright, go here on the spotlight. I think we don't have shadow there. Alright, so and that spotlight also, we don't have shadows. Alright, so go to the material editor and select all the materials which have reflection and set the subdivisions to 25 and 25, 25 again, and 25 and 25. Alright, so now we go to the render setup. We set the current preset to medium animation. The H spheres subdivision is set to 50. The interpolation samples to 30. Alright, so the settings, we go to global subdivision multiplier and set it to 3. And the color mapping, we're going to leave it like that, like as it is. And we go to adaptive DMC image sampler, we leave that on the default. Alright, let's see something else. The brute force subdivisions, maybe 16. Or okay, leave it to 8. The noise threshold we're going to put to 0.006. And we're going to control save or control S. Click on the camera, go to the render setup, We're going to render the range of 0 to 100, and the frame rate is going to be 30, or if you want you can put it to 25. It's your personal decision. Click on force two-sided and choose 720p. The render output should be files, make a new folder, Envato, and make a new folder inside it, render sequences main beauty. It's a long name, but that's how I like to name my folders, so I remember what it is and for what it is. File name beauty pass. Click on the PNG format, save. The alpha channel is on, the RGB 48-bit is checked. Click OK. And now I'm going to make a render so you can see the final result, and then I'm going to leave it up to Stefan to make it look great. Hope you liked it, and we are going to see you again after that render. Alright, here is the final logo that we have, the final effect. I think I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope you understand the tutorial. If not, feel free to ask in the forum of CG Plus, and I hope you have enjoyed it. And now we are off to Stefan to finish this logo reveal. Have a nice day. Bye.